The Oregon Health Authority tells us we can stop masks and face coverings at outdoor public places, even crowded areas.
Yeah, experts announced this change earlier today, just before people will be out in crowds for holiday events. We're also learning of a new way the state will try to keep kids in class if potentially exposed to a classmate sick with COVID-19.
Let's go to our Lisa Balick, who's asking state health leaders tough questions about these changes. She's live from Southeast Portland. Lisa, what did you find out?
Well, keep in mind, Oregon is one of the last states to remove the mask mandate in outdoor settings. But what this means now is that local governments, local schools can make their own rules.
Together, we've managed to turn back the tsunami of new infections that very nearly swamped our healthcare system.
I wanted to know, though, why doesn't Oregon wait until after large holiday events coming up, like tree lightings and zoo lights, and more kids vaccinated, to drop the outdoor mask rule? The head of the OHA tells me COVID cases and hospitalizations have gone down.
We're not at that place any longer. We're at a place that looks much more like our previous surges where we didn't implement an outdoor mask requirement. And so we're moving back to something that is more calibrated to where the actual case numbers are. We're taking advantage of the progress we've made.
State health leaders also unveiled a plan to keep more kids in school rather than sent home in quarantine when there's a COVID case in a classroom. It's called Test to Stay. An unvaccinated student with no symptoms who's exposed in school to a COVID classmate can take a quick COVID test at school. If it's negative, they get to stay and not quarantine. They have to take a second test within that same week, and they have to wear a mask in extracurricular activities. Vaccinated students wearing masks have not been required to quarantine. With the statewide outdoor mask mandate lifted, it will now be up to each school district to set policy when it comes to kids wearing masks outdoors.
However, if they spend this time at a table or on a bench playing a game with a friend and visiting with others in close proximity during their recess or break times throughout the day, it would still be wise to wear a face covering.
A big question still, when can you stop wearing a mask inside a public place? It looks like not until next year.
I think we need to get to a place where hospitalization or hospital capacity is not as critically overloaded as it is right now.
Now, keep in mind, Oregon is one of only about 5 states right now that require indoor mask wearing in public places. One of the reasons, say health authority, is here in Oregon, there are still tens of thousands of Oregonians who are not vaccinated. It's a way to reduce the spread of COVID. Live in Southeast Portland, Lisa Balick, KOIN 6 News.